Okay. All right. So we still have more people that are going to be joining us, and it's good to be here. Honestly, I'm always excited to be here to talk about share experience as to what people need to have in order for you to get visa sponsorship. So if you're currently looking for visa sponsorship in the UK, just give me a thumbs up so that we know we're on the same page. Okay, Victor. Okay. Any other person? Okay, Shawali. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name properly, so I'm not too sure. So please just bear with me, okay? All right. Okay, so today's topic is honestly just centered around the data career. Okay. So if you're looking at getting into the data career or you're currently in the data career, okay, you're looking for visa sponsorship, that's exactly why we're here today. And that's what we're going to be talking about for the next 1 hour, maximum 1 hour. Okay. I'll try to keep it as plain and as short and as as direct as possible, so you ensure that 60 minutes we are in and out of this place. Okay. All right. So are we all in the UK? Just so that I know exactly the reason I'm asking those questions is so that we are all. So if you're I would like to know where you're joining it from. So just put it in the comment section. UK, if you're in the UK, where exactly in the UK? Are you in Liverpool? Are you in Manchester? Are you in London? Are you in Birmingham? Where exactly are you at the moment? To be good to know that. Okay. All right. So Ahmad is currently in Nigeria. Okay. Shawali is in the UK. Where else? Who else? Who else? Okay, more people. We have Michelle from Nigeria also. All right, currently based in Nigeria. Am I? Is that the case? Leo also. Richard. Okay. All right. All right. That's good. UK. Petersborough. Petersborough. That's how I pronounce it. Okay. All right. Awesome. 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 We're expecting more people to join us. So, but we won't be taking too much time. We're going to be going straight into today's session. So let me just share my screen so we can go jump straight into it. Okay. So, like I said, today's session is going to be centered around the data career. Okay. So, if you're looking at getting started in data, or you're looking at getting a job in data, you're looking at visa sponsorship, this is honestly the place to be. Okay. Now, to just kickstart the session, um, I also worked in the data space. I'm still working in the data space, and I moved to the UK. This was in 2020, what that 2022, 23 ish. All right, and I was there for about going on 2 years. 2022, I was there for about 3 years. Okay, before I moved to Canada. All right, and you see the changes that's happened in the last, I would say, 3, 4 years now has been astronomical. Okay, so we have a lot of people coming to the UK now, looking at getting visa sponsorship. Okay, and they are struggling to get visa sponsorship. And you see, let me tell a story about what had happened before. Okay, so when I moved to the UK, it was a situation of any job board that you went to, and I had a session over the weekend, and I showed them. Okay, and I'm going to show you today. Okay, so I'm going to show you today. So on a typical job board in the UK, I'm going to use read.co.uk. So take for example, I'm looking for a data analyst position. Okay, so when I came to the UK, this was a situation where if you search for the role of a data analyst, you would see there's a filter on most of the job boards that has visa sponsorship. Okay, so currently you can only see one, which is what do you call it, the training intelligence. Okay, on the sorry, you can see the training intelligence analyst. This is sponsoring, but if you look at the salary is way below the threshold. So, but let me just, like I said, when I came into the UK, it was easy for me to come on any job board. So you go to CV library also. I don't think I'll be able to see because I'm currently in Canada. So I may not be able to. I think they have like a very strong location finder, a location pin. So if you're not in the UK, you might not be able to see information not in the UK. But let me just quickly try this CV library. So if I look for the role of a data analyst again, and I search and I find jobs, all right, you would see. I'm not sure if they have this here now. Just give me a second. Okay, so you see, there's usually like a filter. I can't really find for this one now. There's usually a filter where visa sponsorship, and these things were there. It was there, like it was clear as day, just like what you have here, visa sponsorship. But you see, these things died away. It just gradually started reducing till now, to where we are today, where you just find it so difficult to get sponsored job. Okay. And I saw that transition. So today's session, I'm not speaking from, oh, I think this will work or I feel this will work. This is me experiencing that changes, okay, at the time. So you see, when I moved to the UK, I wasn't looking for sponsorship. Okay, I came on a dependent visa. So my wife was doing a master's at the time, and I was already working somewhere else, but I had to move from Ireland to the UK. So I was looking for a job in the UK. I wasn't looking for sponsorship, okay, because I was dependent. I felt like I should use that 1 year to work as much as I can. All right. Like, I wasn't focused on sponsorship. I was just focused on getting money, getting back. I'd spend money on, the master's program, and I was just looking at working to make money. So I wasn't looking at sponsorship. All right. And I noticed something very interesting. I noticed that, I got a job, got the first job, performed so well on that job. It was a contract role. I performed so well on that job. And eventually, the company was willing to turn my contract role into a full-time visa sponsored job. Okay? In just about 3 months. That contract was about 3 months. Okay. And obviously I was looking for making money, so I wasn't looking for visa sponsorship. So the good thing about the thing about contract roles is they pay more. Okay, so they actually want to turn you from contract to full time because they won't have to spend so much money upfront. A typical example, let me just use the same data analyst role. Okay, let me use the same data analyst role. So you come here again and I would select contracts. So you see contract roles that will pay 400 to 550 pounds. This is 375 pounds, 450 to 500 pounds per day, not per week, not per month. Okay, this is per day. So 5 days in a week, if you're earning 500 pounds, you're getting about 2,500 pounds in a week. All right. Well, obviously, if you remove your taxes and everything, so in a month, you're getting about 10 grand. So this was what I wanted to do, just make money. But you see these contract roles, okay, they usually stipulate the timeline. Okay, how many months or how many months the contract would look like. For this particular role, there is no stipulation, which is very weird. Okay, contract full time, but still for like a fixed period of time. Okay, so depending. Okay, you see duration. This is 6 months, 6 months duration. So you see these contract rules. I saw that this contract rules now became such a major. It became very rampant in the UK. The way there was visa sponsorship was reducing, contract roles were increasing. Okay, I saw this contract roles increasing. And this is just data analysis, but I'll talk about it's the same thing for data science, it's the same thing for data engineering. So we're going to talk about everything today. So long story short, I noticed that every contract role except one of them was willing to sponsor eventually. So after 3-4 months being on the job and they've seen that they're racking up so much money in contract, what do they want to do? They want to convince you to come full time. Because with full time, you get more perks like 13th month, you get, what do you call it, sponsorship, you get HMO, you get all those insurance and all those things. So they want you to come full time. So, and that was the eye opener. So you see, the moment I noticed that there was no visa sponsored jobs anymore, all right, it was just a strategy of just get a job. Okay, just get a job and perform so well on that job and do well. But now there are two categories of people I found out. Okay, there are the category of people that I don't have any money. Okay, I don't want to pay what they call that fee again. The fee of the skilled work visa. You just finish your master's and you want to get a skilled work visa. You don't have the money to pay for that, so you're looking for somebody to sponsor you right after your master's. If that's your case, don't worry, I'll talk about that. But if you're the kind of person that wants to just get a job, okay, get a job, that's usually the most preferred way for me. Get a job, first of all. I can tell you for free, you are going to get a job. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Okay. So if you're excited to be here, please give me a thumbs up. We have a lot of people, so I want it to be very interactive. Okay. I want it to be very, very interactive. So give me a thumbs up. Awesome. 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 Let's go. All right. So Amdari. What's Amdari? If you've not heard of Amdari before, what do we do? What are we here for? So Amdari is we're solving one critical problem. And the critical problem we're solving is no experience. Okay? Zero experience in the sense that most people are looking at changing career or switching careers and they don't have the required experience in order for them to get a job. So you're moving from, you have always been a customer service representative, but you want to move from customer service to becoming a data professional. All right. So where do you get that experience that is needed for you to get to the job that you're looking for? That's the puzzling question. So you see, a lot of people are stuck on continuous learning, buying courses on Udemy, watching videos and projects on Udemy, on YouTube, and doing everything possible to see how they can mask that experience. Writing certifications is another thing. So I don't have experience, but if I write as many certifications, it will give me that facade that I have experience. So if I've written like 6 certifications, I've gotten AWS, I've gotten this certificate, I've gotten that certificate. When I go for an interview and I tell them about all these certificates and all these trainings I've gone to, it will show that I have interest. But interest is not enough for you to get a job. Okay, interest is not enough for you to get a job. Okay, it's just like saying, you're looking at you want to fix your laptop. Something happens to your laptop, okay, and you want to fix it. And the person you walk into the shop, and the person that is there clearly has an intern on his lapel, on his chest, or the shirt he's wearing as intern in learning, and you want to give your laptop to the person to go fix. Is it possible? Would you be comfortable with the person? So everything written about around you as intern, I'm a beginner, I'm just getting started. Okay, but you have a laptop that you have a MacBook, for example, that costs a lot of money, or a Windows laptop, or an HP laptop, or a gaming laptop that costs a lot of money. You will never give that laptop to that intern. It's impossible. So you see, no matter how you want to mask your incompetency with certificates and all the training programs, experience is what sets you apart from everybody. And that's exactly what we're solving. Okay. Now, this is key statistics for the people that have gone through Amdari. Okay, a very key statistics that we gathered, towards the end of last year, going into this year. All right, and the key statistics is 6 out of 10 interns would land a job within the 4-month internship program. Okay, 6 out of 10 of our interns land a job within the 4 months internship program. Now, that number also increases, in 7 months, from 6 to 9 people within 7 months. And the reason why that number increases is because even after even if you complete the program and you don't get a job, we will continue to support you till you get a job. So you see, 6 out of our 10 interns would land a job within the 4-month internship program, and 9 out of 10 interns would land a job within 7 months. Okay. Now, another thing that we found out was 85 of our interns get at least 2 interviews within the first 4 weeks running the program with us, doing the internship with us. 85 of our interns land at least 2 interviews within 4 weeks of interning with us. How do we achieve this? I'm going to show you. It's rocket science, but for us, okay? All right. And last but not the least, 100% of the people that have gotten jobs from Amdari reckon that it's the work experience program and the reference letter that we provide that sets them apart from every other candidate during the recruitment process. I'll repeat that. 100% of the people that got job from Amdari that worked with us and they're on using their experience with us to get a job said that the work experience internship and the reference letter was what helped them secure that job. Okay, and very much we have a lot of proof. Don't take my words for it. Okay, they are proof. And this is one of the proof. This is Anita. She currently got a job as a senior business analyst, okay, working for a reputable organization here in the UK. And I want to play this video for you. I just want to play the first minute or 2 minutes maximum, so you can get to hear what she had to say about the program. Okay, so I just want you to listen. It's just writing back to what I said. I remember the key statistics I shared at the start of the session. Okay, that 6 out of our 10 interns would get a job within the first 4 months. Okay, within the 4 months internship program, and Anita is a perfect example. And I want you to listen to her. Okay, what makes Anita successful? You need to know, because you also need to be successful. So you need to know exactly how Anita was successful. So I want you to listen to the first 2 minutes of this video, please. All right. So I'm going to play this now, and Jennifer, please confirm if you can hear the video. Just give me a thumbs up.
So, I mean, you got a job offer just a few months, I think about 2 months into the program. So how does that feel? You got a business analyst role. So how does that feel?
Yeah, feels exciting. Yeah, feels exciting.
Yeah. Amazing. That's actually great to know. So what specific skills or experience from this Amdari program would you really say gave you that confidence to ace your interview?
So I would say being in the shoes of a consultant actually helped, because you're solving business cases, you're preparing the documentation. So having deeper experiences, or having firsthand deeper experiences into creating all the business requirement documentations, using all of those tools, going deeper into business analysis itself was a good one for me. So it just helped prepare me for whatever interview was coming.
Awesome. So what would you say the reaction of the recruiters was like during the interview process? You ended up landing in senior business analyst role, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what was the reaction like when they saw the quality of the project, or even from you talking about the projects you worked on? What was their reaction like as a result of what you built, the experience you gained, and what you could do?
I could only see a reaction of, okay, this is the girl we are looking for. This is the person we want to work with, right? And that was because having had experience working with those processes as a consultant in Amdari, I was able to defend those projects, talk about the project in depth. I was able to talk about the tools used in the project, cost of the project, benefits, which is everything you would learn and do as a consultant in Amdari. So the only reaction I got was, this is our girl, this is the person we want. Because even at the interview there, they already started asking me how long I needed to give notice in my current job, and then showing me and telling me about the office, what I should expect and all of that. So it was actually it was very encouraging, having to know that, okay, you could do an interview, you could ace it very well, and then you get good feedback even while still doing the interview. Not like they'll tell you, we'll reach back to you, or we'll get back to you in 3-5 days.
All right. So I just want you to hear the beginning part again. So if you forgot, you hear it again. Just the first 10 seconds.
So, I mean, you got a job offer just a few months, I think about 2 months into the program. So how does that feel? You got.
All right. So you see, that's is the first thing I want you to capture. Okay. So this is Anita. Anita had no, looking to get to the job in business analysis. She decided to come into our internship program. So that's the reason why I was sharing the tab. Just give me a second. Yes, that's why I was sharing a LinkedIn profile. So you can check it out on LinkedIn. Okay. Coming from a place of no experience, came to the internship, working as a business analysis consultant with us. She was able to secure a job, in the UK, working as a senior business analyst. How do you go from not getting a job, okay, to securing your first job as a senior business analyst? And no, this is not the only person. I just wanted to listen to her. Okay, there are tons of other people that have gone through the internship, okay, and then they've gone on to getting a job. Another perfect example is Judith. Okay, so Judith also came, you can see here, data analytics consultant. All right, data analytics consultant, worked with Amdari, and then she was able to get a job. Now, in this situation, she was with us for 5 months. So May to September-ish at the time, 5 months, then she got a job where she was working, So you see, some people get their jobs after the internship, some people get a job during the internship. So depending on how aggressive you are with your job search or how you leverage Amdari, you would likely get a job depending on how you want to go. All right. So the key thing here is you need a job. Okay. From all these people you're talking about today, you need a job. But what do you need to get this job? It's experience. And that's where we're going to get to at the end of the day. So you see, these are reference letter from NHS. You can see them asking for reference. And these are the things that you get working with us. Okay. So reference, day referee, above name client applicants has applied to this trust for the above mentioned post in accordance with the NHS employment scale standards. This is the kind of reference letter that we receive, okay? Asking us to back up that experience that you have. And that's what we do for people. And that's why I said 100% of the people that went through the program would say that the experience and the reference letter that we provide is what sets them apart in the recruitment channel, in the recruitment process. Okay, here's another perfect example. So you see, dear Femena, we recently contacted you to provide a reference or verification for this person regarding the application with Circle. The offer for the role of a role is contingent on the timely response from you. Please respond to the request. You can provide a reference verification, blah, blah, blah. Basically, when somebody's asking, what does reference mean? At what point do you get a reference letter? Okay, you get a reference letter when you've gone through the entire interview process and you are a strong contender for the role. Okay, so maybe they have two people and they're looking at the reference letter to select that one person. And we write a stellar. When I say stellar, we write a stellar recommendation letter for you that will set you apart anytime, any day. And that's what has made us very successful. So you see, all these things. This is another one. I have a couple of them in there. I mean, if I open my email today and I show you the ones that we've received this week alone, you'll be surprised. Okay, so these are a few people. And there's a reason why I selected these people, so you can see that references are coming from the NHS, from different organizations, and these people are getting jobs. So if your goal is to get a job, this is where you need to be. Okay, this is where you need to be. So there are 4 things we're going to talk about today, which is data careers in the UK and how to land a sponsored job in 90 days. Okay, so the program is for 4 months, which is that's 16 weeks. Okay, so 90 days falls into that 33 months duration, correct? So how do you get a job even before you finish the internship? That's what we're talking about today. All right, the pathway to becoming a tech professional and securing a job, we'll talk about that. Amdari work experience internship, and we have a special offer for the people that are willing to get started today. So if you wait to the end of the session, I have a special offer for you if you're looking at getting started today. So this is Guy speaking to you today. My name is Ife Mena. I'm the co-founder of Amdari, and in my experience building platforms for immigrants looking to pivot into the tech space, I've built Analytics. I'm currently working on Amdari, and in my experience, I've helped well over 3,000 people in the last 6 years transition into the tech space. I myself transitioned, so I never found myself in the tech space. I transitioned from management consulting to data. So I've always worked in data analytics, data science, data engineering, business, a bit of business analysis, a bit of project management. And that's been my experience. Power platform development. I've done AI. I currently do more AI contracting at the moment, and that's what I do. Okay, so I currently reside in Alberta. Okay, and that's a bit about myself. Okay, so I have looked for sponsorship. I've sought sponsorship in 3 countries. So I've lived and gotten sponsored in Ireland. I've lived and gotten sponsored in the UK, and I'm currently sponsored fully in Canada. So you see, when it comes to sponsorship, trust me, I've hustled. All right, I've hustled. I know exactly, I've paid my dues. So that's the reason why I'm here to talk to you about this. Okay, so the first thing that you need to know when you're talking about today's session, okay? So the first thing is, what data careers guarantees I get a job, or I get sponsorship, okay? What data careers guarantees I get a job, I get sponsorship? We're going to explore that. And the second question is, how can I land a visa sponsor job? That's the only reason why some people are here today. So we're going to spend a little bit more time on that particular side. that section. Now, the next thing is, what companies can I target for sponsorship? Okay, what companies can I target for sponsorship? We're going to explore that also. And last but not the least, how can Amdari help me achieve this? Which is a job. You need a job. You know somebody that needs a job. That's literally what we're doing here. It's just like a career service that we're helping people achieve. Okay, so you've taken courses, you've taken programs, you've taken all these things, and you know people that are struggling to land in a job. This is exactly where they need to be. All right. So how does Amdari help you achieve this? Basically, how does Amdari help you get a job or help you get a visa sponsored job? We're going to explore that in a few seconds. So now, what data careers guarantees I get a job or sponsorship? That's the first question. What data career guarantees I get a job or sponsorship? So we're going to take those two keywords, data careers and job sponsorship. And we're looking at the skilled worker visa. So you need to be very strategic. I won't lie to you. Let me just tell you a little bit story. Okay. I want to do this in 60 minutes. So I'll try to make it as engaging as possible. So like I said, I was doing this job in the UK, and I was applying for jobs. I'd been applying for jobs because I was dependent. I wasn't looking. I just wanted to make money. Okay. I showed you some of the contract rules at the start of the session. So that's what I was focused on. All right. The first one I ever did was £250 per day. That was the first one. And I started increasing my value, as I kept working, So you see, the goal for me was just to make money. But I noticed that every role I went to, I got sponsored. Now, I got this very good role with the post office in the UK. So the UK post office. And it was for me to lead a digital transformation project. Okay. It was a 6-month contract, if I remember, 6 or 9 month contract, if I remember. I just started, I was just about 3 months into the role. My direct boss at the moment reached out to me and said, oh, you're doing well on this job. Is this something you consider working with us full time? And I was like, oh yeah, sure. Like full time is a deal for me. And they were talking about the bands, and I was looking at negotiating salaries and everything, and I was like, okay, do you know what? My wife is almost done with a master's. Let's use this one to settle in. Okay. The role is a big role, it's a senior role, it's everything I was looking for with a reasonably large organization in the UK. I was like, let me use this one to settle down. And I said, okay, do you know what? There's a role. Can I get visa sponsored? And the lady looked at me funny. She looked at me in a way like, why? What kind of question is that? Like, the post office doesn't sponsor. It's an information like everybody knew, and I did not know. She was like, oh, Ife, like the post office doesn't sponsor visa. And I was surprised. I was like, wow. So my strategy that has been working for months, now that I needed it to work, is shooting me in the leg. So long story short, there are companies in the UK that can sponsor your visa. So it's simple. Let's just do a quick search. It is companies in the UK that can sponsor visas. So if you come here, if you just search for that, okay, it's as simple as that. Just search for it on your browser. It will give you this register of licensed sponsors in the UK. All right. So this is the document. Click on this. It's going to download. It downloads immediately, and it will give you the list of companies in the UK that can sponsor your visa. All right, I'm going to cancel this. I don't need it. So you see, I'm just going to increase the size a little bit so you can get to see it better. Okay, better. All right, fantastic. So the names of the companies are here. I'm going to wrap this text so you can see it very well. So you can see the town and the city. The town and the city, you can see the county, the country the business is in, the type and rating, and the route. Now you see currently we have over 140,000 companies that can sponsor you. Currently, we have over 140,000 companies in the UK that can sponsor your visa. Okay, but now the key thing here is skilled worker visa. The key question here is skilled worker visa. Okay, that's what you're looking for. Give me a second. I'm not sure what this. Yeah, skilled worker visa is what you're looking for. That's the key thing that you're looking for. The skilled worker visa. Okay, so now if I go back to the Excel sheet, you see when we get to route, you would see skilled worker visa. you'll see quite a number. So it's not every company that can sponsor you on the skilled worker visa. Give me a second. I'm going to apply a filter to the data set. Okay, I'm going to apply a filter. Okay, so I'll come to route. Okay, and you see there are so many routes. So out of these 140,000 companies that we have here, it's not all of them that can sponsor you on skilled worker visa. So what you want to do is unselect everything and scroll down and select skilled worker and click on OK. So now that I've done that, okay, I would select everything, and you see now I have 121,000 companies that can sponsor me on my skilled worker visa. 121,000 companies. So luckily for me at the time, I selected one company amongst, one company was not willing to sponsor me because they were not on the list. And if you do a quick search, and I look for post office, okay, find, you see that you don't have anything that has to do with the post office, the UK post office. All right. So I never knew this was a thing. I never knew until the lady said it. So I felt like it was every large organization that would be able to sponsor. Okay, that was my thought. Okay, so I was targeting large corporations, large organizations, large businesses. That was what I was looking at. But not every large business that can sponsor your visa, unfortunately. But yeah, that's the skilled worker visa. But now, the key thing here is when you're looking at the data career, okay, there are three things that you need to consider for sponsorship. The skilled worker visa eligible occupation codes. So if you're looking at getting a job today, you need to consider the skilled worker visa eligible occupation code. You also need to know if the job title that you are seeking for is part of the shortage list, okay? And we have the salary threshold for 2026. Salary threshold has now become the main hindrance, okay, for people getting a job. I had friends that were in Nigeria at the time, applied for roles in the UK, and they got sponsored from Nigeria. Now, why would they get sponsored? Then, at the time, salary was for sponsorship was about £25,000, okay, or less herself. Okay, let's say about £25,000 per annum. It was easy for people to get a job of £25,000 and brought them to the UK. What would they do? They would just gradually be looking for other jobs that will pay slightly more than £25,000, and they kept increasing their salary on a 2-3 month basis. Okay, so they'll move from one role to the next role. The key thing was for them to get into the UK. So, but you see that today, the threshold is massive. Now let's go straight to salary, because salary is the most important thing here. I won't lie to you. Okay, so you see, salary. I'm going to come here to what subcodes with salary 2025. That's what I'm looking for. I'll click on that. That's number 2. Skilled worker visa subcode 2025. So now one of the key things here. Okay, I'm going to go to my next slide so you know the codes. So now let's take a look at data analytics. So if you're a data analyst and you're looking at getting a sponsored job in the UK, the codes that you need to pay attention to is 2133, 2433, 2431, and 3544. So these are the codes that the UK government has given certain job titles for sponsorship. Okay, now let's take a look at them. We have 2133. So if I come straight down, and you can scroll down, or you could just press Control find, and I'm going to provide 2133. Okay, you see it here. 2133. You have computer analyst and scientist. Computer analyst and scientist. Now you can see data architect. That's also the role of a data engineer. Okay. Data engineer is clearly written out. Okay. Okay. So if you get a job title that has data engineer, you are likely going to be good to go. Okay. You have IT, IT systems architect, business analyst, solutions architect, business analyst, architect, and system designers, not elsewhere classified. Now, basically, data analytics, data engineer has been covered in this particular plot, okay? But now look at the salary threshold, okay? Salary threshold is 42, a minimum of £42,000 per annum, £42,400 per annum, to a maximum of 54,900. So we have the standard rate, and we have let's just go here to see what I'm talking about, okay? So we have the lower going rate, and we have the standard going rate. Okay. So when we're looking at 2111, 42,400 is the standard rate, and is a lower rate, okay, and 54 is the standard rate. Long story short, minimum salary, maximum salary, 42,000. So now 42,000. I remember in the UK also, I was looking at landing sponsored more senior roles. I was looking at getting more senior roles. I'm moving to the UK. I got to see that the salary scale in the UK is very interesting. So if you're looking at getting a senior role, it's usually between 40 to 60,000, okay, or 60,000 and above. So if you're looking for a senior role, the range usually will start from like a 40K, 45,000, okay, to like a 60, 70,000. That's what a senior role entails in the UK. All right. So if they say salary is now 42,000 for anybody that is looking for a job, it means they are looking for people that have skills, that have experience, that are seniors, essentially. All right. So you see the lady that started, she got a job as a senior business analyst. Okay. There's no way out. The internship is not supposed to get you into an entry level job. Okay. The internship experience is not supposed to get you into an entry level job. That's one of the major misconceptions I need to erase out of your mind. So you see, majority of roles that you're going to be looking for sponsorship today, it's not entry level job. So if you don't have any skill or you don't have any form of experience and you're looking to get a 42,000 pound role in the UK, you have to be joking. You have skills. Oh, you just finished your masters. I just finished my masters, so I will use my masters to get it. Outside is not smiling because the requirement is 42,000. Trust me, they are bringing in the best person for the role. That's what they are doing, okay? At that price point. But that's 2133. Are there other job codes that we need to look at? 2433. We have 2433. 2433. I'm going to search for that, okay? Now, this is data scientist. So if you know the roles of actuaries or actuaries analyst, economist, statistics and data scientist, these are all data science related roles, okay? Now, take for example, a lot of people don't know that demand planning is a data science role. And these are the kind of things that we help you with, okay, in terms of your job and your sponsorship search, okay? But anyways, 2433, we have it there, okay? We have 2431. 2431. So you see management consultant and business analyst. So you see business analyst again, clearly stated out, and consultant, management advisors, risk analyst, and so on and so forth. So this all falls into that domain of data analytics. Okay. So long story short, we have the codes there. So if you take a look at these codes, you get to see where they belong to and the salary that's expected from them. Data science clearly written out there, and we have data engineering also clearly written out there. So you see, these are the three things that you need to consider. Okay. Now, data analytics, data science, data engineering. Now, I want to send all these links to you, okay? I want to send all the links, all the slides, the recording of today's session, but please, you need to fill the attendance. So there's no way that I'll magically know your email to send all these links to you. So please fill the attendance form so we can send all this information to you. All right. So I have about 20 more minutes to go. So I'm trying to keep it to time so I don't overspill it. Okay. So now these are career paths data career paths, data analytics, data science, data engineering. These are core data career paths that guarantees that you get visa sponsorship. And these are the codes from the salary threshold and also the skilled worker visa eligible occupation codes that will qualify you for sponsorship. Okay, are we clear? Are you guys enjoying yourself? Give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying yourself. Give me a thumbs up, please. I need to know. Only Ahmad and Raj. Okay, Femi. Okay. Now I can see more. Now I'm coming down. Small. All right. So now this is Pedro. Pedro, even though not in the data analytics space, got a job, visa sponsor job with the NHS. Okay. And he currently got a job as OT security, which is operations technology security. And Pedro was definitely, and he got a job within the period of him working with us. Okay. And that shows that same statistics I'm talking about. Guys, you have nothing. If you're looking for a job, I'll say it again and over again. You need to be here. especially if in the UK and you're looking for a job, this is the only place that provides you with as much support as you can. So you got a job, fully visa sponsorship. We don't have enough time for us to watch this video. But if you fill the form, you will get access to this. You'll be able to watch the videos. You will get access to the slides, and you can click on Pedro's video and you can listen to what Pedro had to say. Okay? So I don't want to take too much time. Well, let's go a little bit practical now. We're looking for a job. You're looking for a visa sponsorship job. Now, there are demands, data analyst roles. There are demands for data analyst roles. And that's something you need to have at the back of your mind. There are demands for data analyst role. Now, one of the major misconceptions people have is I am searching for data analyst every single time. But you don't know that you can do business intelligence. You don't know that you can do customer insight, operations, sales analyst, supply chain analyst, strategy analyst, product analyst, marketing data analyst, Power BI developer. You don't know you can apply for these type of roles. And there are so many other roles that exist today that people don't know that they can do in order for them to get a job in data analytics. Okay? But now we're focusing on sponsored role. The salary range for sponsorship for data roles, depending on the SOC code, is between 31,500 to 50,200. So basically, like I said, on the safer end, just look for a salary that is 40K and above. Okay, that's the advice I tell people. So now we're focused on sponsored roles. Okay, so we're going to use one stone to kill like two birds. Okay, or three birds in this situation. So we want to look for sponsored job. We want to know what things you need in order for you to get the job. Okay, and last but not the least, how fast can you get the job? Okay, let's go ahead to do that. Let's do that in like 15 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes. I'll try to keep it within 1 hour. Okay, so now let's look for a job. I'm going to go to the NHS website because the NHS is one of the largest, major sponsors. Most of the people that are working with us also usually will get a job with the NHS. Okay, so let's go to the NHS. So just go to NHS Jobs UK, go to the website, click on search, go to search, and it takes you straight to the job search. Okay, so I'm going to look for a data analyst position, data analyst. Okay, data analyst, and I'm going to click on search. It goes ahead to give me 3,202 jobs currently available for data analyst. Okay, clearly written out. So you have a senior data analyst that pays between 40 to 45,000 pounds. Now, a lot of people want to run away from this because it has the title of a senior. So I don't think I have the experience. Or I don't think I have the skills required to do it. Let's take a look at it. Let's do a self audit. Okay, for this role. So I'm going to scroll down. Okay, and I'm going to look at job specification. Okay. Okay, so let's do job responsibilities. Okay, basically we're thinking the candidates who live within the 1 hour drive of Middlewich, in which if you are looking for a job, you can easily, I feel like you should be able to relocate if you're looking at that. Okay, as a senior data analyst, you will support the transition of cloud-based reporting, especially within Microsoft Azure. Maintain and enhance reporting using advanced SQL and Python. Troubleshoot and resolve complex data issues, become a subject matter expert in flagship. When people see all these things, they get scared. You see this now, immediately you're maintain, Python, SQL, cloud-based reporting. It's such a big deal for some people. All right. So you see, now what I would say is if you're looking at getting a job like a data analyst job, one of the things I'll tell you to do today, let's quickly do it together. I'll use 5 minutes to do it. I'll do it for just about five job roles. Okay. So what you want to do is look for a word cloud generator. So I'm going to look for a word cloud generator. That's what I'm looking for. And I do this every single time. And I do this in most of my sessions. So if you join any of my sessions, you'll see that I've done this before. Okay. Now, I'm going to click on the first one I see there, which is free word cloud generator. I'm going to click on it, and I'm going to say free word cloud generator. Okay, so I'll delete everything. Okay, all right. So what I want to do is open a blank document. Please do this if you are honestly looking for a job. I want you to do this because I don't want you to just take what I'm doing in session now as just what you're going to use, you make a decision. Go ahead to do it yourself. So you see, for every job role that you see, open it up. Okay, I'm going to open 5 roles. Okay, ECPR data analyst. I'm going to look for another data analyst. So if you're in healthcare, this is a good role for you, and you have data analytics experience. You can easily do this. All right. So I'll look for core data analyst roles. Okay. I'm going to go next again. Business analyst, data quality analyst, that's a good one. Data quality administrator, that's per hour, so I'm not going to disturb myself. Data quality administration, I'm taking one that has to do with that. This data engineering, data warehouse engineer, okay. Service desk analyst, salary is too small, so I'm not going to disturb myself. So I've gotten 3 roles. Okay, so I'm going to look for senior analyst and buyer. Salary is up to 40,000, so I'll not disturb myself. APR intelligence analyst, that's a good one. And we have, I'm just going to leave for one more. Or do you know what I'll do? Code, okay. I'll look for one more. Okay, you have about 3,000, so you might want to specify a bit more. Or what I can do also is to add in business intelligence. Business intelligence. You can see for yourself. Okay. All right. So business intelligence developer, this is a good one. Business intelligence analyst support, very good one. Intelligence business partners, business intelligence, these are beautiful. So I think I have enough. Okay. So you see how I just did a quick search and I'm looking for a job. So with business intelligence, I still have 3,600 roles are available at the moment. So what I would do now is in this document, I'm just going to copy everything I see here. In this job responsibility, I'll copy everything. Okay. I'll copy everything. Okay, top to bottom. Okay, top to bottom. I'll come to this blank document. I'll paste it there. I'm gonna close this one, and I'll do this for all the job roles that I see. Okay, all the job roles I take, I'm gonna take it for every one of them. Okay, take it again, and I'll paste it again, and I'll do that for all of them. So I've done that for 2. I'm gonna take it again for the next one. Okay, I'm gonna take it for the next one. Paste it again, paste again. Take the EPR on this row again. I'll take it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Copy, and I will paste it here again. Delete. I have 3 more. I think I took more than 6. All right. So I want you to do this. So you not say it's a female that said, oh, you take everything I'm saying, Oakland and Sinker. Do it by yourself. You'll know exactly what I'm saying. Paste it. I think this is the EG. Yeah, it is the EE picture. Yes, I've done this one, and I've done this one again. So I just have 2 more. Okay. So I just have 2 more, and I'll be done. Okay. Answer, and I would paste special. Okay. Last but not least, I'm going to take this. Okay, copy. I'll close this and I'll paste it again. Okay, so different rows, different things in there. So what I'll do now, once I've copied about 6, but in your own case, please do as many as you can. Please do as many as you can. I'll copy this. I'll come to the word cloud generator. Okay, and I will paste all the job description in there. I'll paste everything in there. All right, I would increase this word to like 100. So number of words, I'll increase it to 100 and I'll scroll down a little bit. Okay. Now, what this will do for you, okay, let me even reduce it to like 60. Okay. Okay. So you see, these are the keywords that appeared in most of the job board. Okay. These are the words, the top, let's say top 50 words. Let's look at that. All right. So let's just say about top 50 words. I need to be dragging it back and forth. So this is 54 words, top 54 words. Essentially, data is there because it's a data analyst role, and all that. So reporting is a critical thing that you need to know how to talk about. So if you're going for any interview or you're trying to build any form of thing, it is reporting. Reporting is a key thing that appears in most of the roles for the NHS. So it's not just any type of report. What type of report? What kind of report did you build? What was the impact of the report? You need to talk about those things very, very much. Another key thing here that sticks out, that you need to stick out, is experience. These guys are not, if you do this for all the jobs that you find on the NHS, and you see a certificate, or you see maybe something certificate or a certificate, you must see certificate. Or if the word certificate comes out frequently, you would see it in these top 50 words. Okay, but now you don't see certificates, you don't see your master's, you don't see a degree, you don't see any of these things in the top 50 words from all the job roles. Even if you look at the top 100 roles, you would not see certificates in there. If you look at it clearly, look at it line by line, and every word that you see, you won't see certificates. All right. Your master's, your degree, and all the things that you have, it's not so important. So you see, the most important thing here is experience. Every keyword that you see here, experience, experience, experience. So let's take a look at the first one, so we know exactly what we're talking about. So you see, when you go to the person specification, you have essential, educated, degree level. If you want to get sponsorship, the minimum is a degree level, so that's fine. All right, desirable, it doesn't mean anything. You see, educated to master's level or equivalent level of experience working at a senior or specific in a specialist area. All right. Experience is the key word that comes out every single time. Essentials: in-depth knowledge of data warehousing approaches and technical functionality and online technology required, evidence and achievement within technical delivery function, implementation of data warehouse solution, experience of business intelligence, experience. So if you're looking for a job today, it's not for you to go and start saying that, oh, I'm taking a course. I'm currently working on a course. I'm taking this course. It's not going to help you get anywhere. So if you're looking for a sponsored job today, all right, how do we help you get a sponsored job? Now, you have a CV. We're going to help you with your CV 100%. Okay, we're going to help you with your CV. Now, on the NHS job site alone, you can see the volume of opportunity that exists. So for data analytics, for data engineering, so if you come here and search for data engineer, okay, all right, it's the same process. Search for the keyword data engineer, you'll see what 3,000 plus jobs are available. So data engineer, data warehousing engineer, this is data scientist or clinical engineering. So you have also data platform, okay, data engineer, okay, engineer, data scientist. So you see these words, because there's data in some words, and also some more data scientist, okay. All right, you see the same thing. And there are several roles even within data science. We may not have enough time to go through every career path, but just remember that the keyword, okay, forecasting analyst, demand planning, you would see forecasting and capacity planning, practice manager, business manager, project accountant. So you see forecasting, you'd see stuff around demand, okay. So demand planning, so if I say demand planning, okay, demand planning, okay, strategy and planning coordinator. You see a lot of roles within demand planning itself. So you see, most of you would not know that these roles are heavy on data science related tasks. Okay, so you just search for the keyword data. Okay, data scientist, data analyst, data scientist, data engineer, everything is there. So now take, for example, you're interested in one of the roles. Let's say you're interested in this data scientist role. All right. What Amdari has done, what makes, there was this key statistics I had at the start of there's a key statistic I shared. I said, sorry, what was the statistic? 85% of the people that come into Amdari land at least 2 interviews within the first 4 weeks. That's within the first 1 month. How do we ensure this? So what we have done also is we've partnered with CV Matchly. So CV Matchly is a Google Chrome extension. Okay. I'm going to do that very quickly. I'm going to remove my CV so I can do it again. All right. So CV Matchly is a Google Chrome extension. Okay. That once you register with Amdari, you get access to. Okay. So we're going to help you revamp your CV. One of the key perks of you joining today's session, and if you register within the next 24 hours, you'll get your CV revamped very quickly. You'll be like priority in terms of what we get to deal with. So click here to upload your CV. So what CV Matchly does is, okay, let's do a quick demo. I'm going to click here to upload my resume. I'm going to come to files and I'm going to look for the CV. I'm going to come here to a test. I created a CV for this, so I'm going to use that, okay, for this purpose. Where is my mouse? So I don't know where my mouse was going to. Okay, so I'm gonna just go to my files again. Sorry, CV, CV. Okay, all right. So I've uploaded my CV. So immediately the platform knows I uploaded a CV. It starts to analyze my CV. So what it has done, okay, in the background is it has extracted the job description from the job board, which is the NHS Work Job Board. It has extracted the job description. I've uploaded my CV. What it's going to do now, it's going to take a look at my CV. It's going to compare it against the job description, and it will tell me if the CV I have there is a perfect match for that job. Okay. So you see, when you're using one CV to apply for 70 jobs, okay, this tool will tell you if you are doing the right thing or if you're doing the wrong thing. So it analyzes your CV against the job description and it gives you a score. Now, with this score, it tells you it is 45%. So it's telling me my CV that I uploaded is a 45% match, okay, which is very bad. So you see here, your CV is below IRA score. Let's see if match optimize it above a 90% by clicking on the optimize button. So basically, before we get there, okay, there is something interesting I would like to show you. So keyword matched, okay, we have 20. Keywords missing, 19 keywords are missing. Experience level is giving me a 7, which is not good. Okay, now this is the key thing here that helps you get sponsorship. Now we see sponsorship analysis. Okay, where you see sponsorship analysis, I showed you earlier that we have over 120,000 companies that can sponsor. There's no way you can keep that name at the back of your mind to remember, can this NHS trust sponsor my visa? Or can this particular company sponsor my visa? It's impossible for you to do that with 120,000 companies. So we have built this into, we have partnered with CV Matchly to ensure that you have this C sponsorship analysis, and then you can see it's going to take a look at the name of the company, which is Midlands Partnerships NHS Foundation Trust. So that's the name that you see here also, and you can see worker A rating. Okay, sponsorship route is skilled worker visa, meaning that they can sponsor you in a skilled worker visa. Shorted list is data scientist. Fantastic, it is there. Salary threshold, okay? Is there a salary threshold? It's telling you it's above the threshold that was specified by the UK government. So this tool basically is a tool that you can use. Is your sponsorship hand to hand. And the good thing is you get access to this tool getting on board Amdari. So you see, you have this here. Now the good thing is it's not just going to tell you the keywords that are missing that you need to put on your CV. It's not just going to do that for you. Okay, it's not just going to spot it out for you. It's also going to help you optimize your CV. So you see here, generate optimized CV. So I'm going to click on this, and you see it takes less than 25-30 seconds for it to compare your CV against the job description and tailor your resume to the job description. Is that not amazing? In 30 seconds. Now we compared it to, there was a time we were using ChatGPT. Okay, we're telling our interns to use ChatGPT. On average, it takes a typical user 40 minutes to tailor their resume. Now we've taken that 40 minutes and they've shrunk it into 30 seconds. I mean, that's unbelievable. Okay, so what it does is taking your CV, it's taking the job description, and it is tailoring your CV to the job description. Perfect tailoring to the job description. And that's exactly what you're doing here. So a few minutes time, it's going to give me, it's going to spit out the CV. So you see here, optimization complete, download optimized CV. Now let's take a look at this CV together. So I'm going to click on download optimized CV and you do it here. So we're not doing, it's not a guesswork that we're doing here. Okay, we're doing this to ensure that you get a job, and this is honestly, you need to be embedded in an environment that ensures that you are successful. Okay, and that's why I started with those statistics. So you see, the CV I uploaded, I am a dedicated data analyst with 3 years of professional experience applying Python, SQL, and cloud platforms. Now, if you take a look at the job description, you'll notice that that's a key requirement for this role. Okay, you see that's a key requirement for the role. So you see it here. If you look at if you read the job functions and what is experience, you see SQL, Python, clearly stated out there, and also other platform, what do you call it? Sorry, okay, a cloud platform to perform data pipeline dashboards, predictive models. My technical work spans ETL, data cleaning, visualization, all the technologies I mentioned, everything has been embedded in the CV. This is the optimized CV, and it's ATS compliant. Okay, so core skills, translating complex analytics into clear recommendation for non-technical. Okay, so all the core skills clearly stated out. Technical skills, Python for ETL, SQL, all the keywords that you need to have on your CV to get an interview, to guarantee you an interview. That's what you get here. So in terms of even experience, okay, everything has been tailored towards the role, and that's exactly what we are talking about. So you see, this was done in less than 30 seconds. So it means that you can apply for more roles. It means that it gives you the opportunity to also get started. Now, is that all you get from Amdari, from CV Match Lead and Amdari? No. So what I'm going to say also is, if I go to my dashboard, now the good thing about CV Match, I'm going to log in. Okay, I want to be sure which account I'm using to do this. Give me a second. Sorry, give me a second. All right, so I just want to be sure I'm using my, okay, yes, okay, so Amdari account. So you get access to Amdari. So I'm just going to come here to go to CV Matchly AI, and I'm going to go to dashboard, and I'm going to sign in, okay? Okay, I'm going to click on remember and sign in. So you see, I'm going to sign in now. Boom. So now this is your dashboard to CV Matchly. Okay, so if I come to CV optimizations, you see this is the role I just applied, the role I just optimized for, the data scientist role. Okay, with the NHS. Okay, so you see NHS job. This is job board, NHS job board. Optimization date was today, and this. And the good thing about this is, what makes this very interesting is when you apply for NHS jobs, there is something we call supporting documents. I'm pretty sure some of you, if you've applied for NHS job, you know, some of you don't know. And the good thing about our supporting documents is you need to write it in a certain way that guarantees you will call back from the NHS. So you see here, you have supporting documents that you have to submit when you're doing your application. Okay, you need to find a way to write it together. The good thing is you can easily generate that with CV Matching. And this is what the partnership does for you. So with this, you can see you can generate a cover letter. Okay. You can also generate a supporting document. So I'm going to click on the two of them so you can see the two of them and you can see the difference between the two of them. Okay. So it takes about a few seconds also for it to run. Okay. To ensure that you get what you're looking for. So everything has been embedded in one place to guarantee you success. I thought I was going to do this in 1 hour, so I'll be almost done. Okay, I'm almost done. Don't worry. So this is the view the cover letter. So you see the dear data science, data scientist hiring team. I'm a data scientist with 3 years of hands-on experience designing production-ready predictive models, building end-to-end pipelines in Python and SQL. Basically tailored. Looking at your experience, looking at the job description, it comes up with a perfectly tailored cover letter that you can send out immediately. In the same vein, it also comes out with a supporting document. Now, with supporting document, you can see it's literally tailored towards the NHS core values. Okay, so I'm Michael James, a data professional with over 3 decades of, sorry, 3 decades of, based on the CV I submitted, that's the reason why that's there. Progressive analytics, engineering, and applied machine learning experience, and 3 years of focus on modern cloud native analytics, predictive model, and all that. So the key thing here is tailoring to the NHS core values, okay? And that's exactly what you get from here. So you see, I bring specific population health management experience in methodology and application. I have led risk stratification and approaches that use linked data set to identify unmet needs and basically tailoring the entire experience I have to the NHS role to ensure I get a callback. So when we say that 85% of our people get, at least 2 interviews within the first month, these are the things that we're putting in place to ensure that you get those interviews and eventually you get a job. So you see, when you're looking at the job, okay, there's a demand for these roles. All right, either full time or you're looking at contract. I started with contract roles. So I mean, if you're looking at contract roles, would help you get those contract roles that are even way more, available. and in the market. So where you can earn at least £200 to £800 per day. Okay, and I spent some time in when we started the session to talk about that. So the typical example, you can see this data analyst role, 300 to £350, data analyst 300 to 400. And that's the same thing. Data engineer, I can just search for the keyword data engineer, okay, or data scientist. You can do it in your own, like on your own. You see this data scientist, data engineer, 400 to 450, 600 to 650, 30 to 35 pounds per hour, 650 to 700 pounds. So these are contract rules that you could also apply to if you're not looking for sponsorship, okay, and you can still get a job. Funny thing is that these companies can sponsor, but you need to know also, can these people sponsor me? If they can't sponsor me, please don't, I mean, don't stress yourself. So now looking at this one now, this is what company is this? Randstand Technologies. So if I come to see you Matchley, it's going to do the okay, sorry, let me just come back to Apple. Yeah, okay. I think I've exhausted my user for today. I would need to access it, get full access. All right. So you see 500 to 550. So if you have access, you get access. You can do the analysis, and you can get to see how many what do you call it, if the companies can actually sponsor you, long story short. All right. So these are contract rules that you can do, and that's the same thing. So even if data analytics and you say Power BI, okay, Power BI, just you knowing how to use Power BI alone, you can see over here you have 400 to 450 pounds per day. All right, just Power BI developer, 300 to 350 pounds per day. Power BI developer, 450 pounds per day. So you see, these roles are available. The same thing in data engineering, same thing in data science. So I won't spend so much time because I know I've spent a bit more time talking about each of these, like the careers, how to apply, what we do to help you apply, and all that. Okay, so moving on. So how feasible is it? How feasible is it to land a job, okay, a data role today? First of all, you need the right skills. Okay, so the need right skills. We're talking about Excel, Power BI, SQL, and Tableau. So majorly, that's what you're looking for data analytics. For data science, you're looking at Python and SQL. Those are like the major skill sets you need to have. Now, Python for what? Machine learning, statistical modeling, and all that. Those are the right skills you need to have. For data engineering, you need to have ETL, ELT, cloud native experience, and all that cloud experience. You need those experience in order for you to get a job. Okay. And we did this already to let you know that, okay, these are the key things that most of these jobs are looking for. Okay. The next thing, you need to show experience. You need to tell people that you have experience. So you remember the testimonial from the lady I showed you at the start of Judith and what's her name again? Anita. They clearly told you that the first video said, it was the project I worked on that I spoke about during the interview. And it was surprising to see that they were excited to hear about these things. So it's not just giving you any random experience. All right. Let's just okay, because of time, I don't want to take too much time. So, but I'm just so that you have an understanding, you see it for yourself. So I'm going to come here to the dashboard and I'm going to show you some projects. I'm going to show you a data science project because I've talked about a lot about data analytics and data science and so on and so forth. So I want to spend some time. Maybe I'll show for data science. Okay. So some of the projects that you get to work on. All right. So I'm going to filter this to data science internship, and I'm going to go to let's just go with the guest that I started this year, January this year. So I'm going to go to internship program. I'm going to go to view project. So now take a look at this. This for the data scientist. So we have fraudulent transaction detection for digital money transfer. We have forecasting scope 1 and 2, carbon emissions to meet net zero targets, disaster recovery, cost prediction, and resilience optimization. Now, these projects cut across different sectors. So we have climate risk and public sector analytics. We have energy and sustainability. We have digital payment and fintech. So you're not just gaining experience. So you're consulting experience in Amdari. It's not like you're working on one, what do you call it, sales data sets, sales data, or it's not all those generic case studies that you find on Cargill and the rest of them. These are industry standard projects. These are based on real organizations simulated to ensure that you get that experience that you need to get a job. All right. So let's take a look at this fraudulent transaction detection for digital money transfer. So if I click on company overview, okay, so you see NovoPay is a digital first cross-border money transfer based in Toronto, Canada, operating in the United Kingdom, Canada, and the US. NovoPay empowers users to seamlessly send, receive, and hold multiple currencies across international borders. So essentially, what are the key challenges they are facing at the moment? And that's what you need to come and solve for them as a data scientist. So now, one of the major problems is real-time processing requires limits manual review capacity. Current static rules combined with manual review process struggles to scale effectively. So basically, so there are quite a number of regulatory challenges, key pain points, identify theft, highly imbalanced data sets, insufficient adaptive detection tools, false positive that frustrate legitimate users. False positive in the sense that when a transaction is not even fraudulent, it will say it is fraudulent. Okay, so a typical example is even just myself. I moved from Ireland to the UK. Okay, I was just doing my transaction for the first time in the UK. And immediately I plugged in my card. I tapped my card. It didn't work. I tapped my card several times. It didn't work. Unfortunately, I was blocked. Okay. Why was I blocked? Because I moved from Ireland to the UK. So are you saying that I should not move? I should not travel. Okay. I shouldn't travel using a particular bank at the time. So that's part of the false positive. So it wasn't a fraudulent transaction. Okay, but the application at the time just flagged me as fraudulent because I moved. Usually, I do my transactions in Ireland because I moved from Ireland to the UK and I wanted to do a transaction. They banned my card immediately. So when I had to call them to unblock the card because that was the situation. So you see, as a data scientist, how do you build a model that will be able to reduce this false positive when it comes to identifying legitimate users? All right. So those are the kind of exciting projects you're going to work on. Okay, those are the kind of exciting projects you are going to work on. Now, nobody will expect you to go and figure it out yourself. These things are guided in the sense that every day there is something that you're going to be doing. So you see this on task 1, projects kickoff. It's task 2 for day 2, data source and initial assessment. Day 3, drop-in sessions, meeting link, and data cleaning preparation. Day 4, exploratory data analysis. Day 5, drop-in session, then we are doing feature engineering. Week number 2, baseline modeling and wrap-up. Day number 3, advanced modeling and imbalance handling. So somebody is there to hold your hand. It's not like you're going to try to figure everything out yourself. Yes, there's some parts you're trying to figure it out yourself, but somebody is going to hold your hands and guide you through the process. Okay, so it's data science. Let's take a look at data in data engineering, at least before we call it a day. Okay. So I'm going to go to view project. So this is going to start in January. So you see data engineering for real-time stock market insight and reporting, fintech. Tripens contract, countries explorer, tourism and travel. Urban Logic Trust, the distressed assets discovery engine. So this is in real estate. Any one of them. Let's take a look at this one. This is in real estate. So let's take a look at this. What company is this? Overview. You see the Urban Logic Trust operates a high stake world of New York real estate, especially when it's focusing on high value multifamily residential buildings and all that. Purpose of the project, expected outcomes, the business challenges they are facing, high acquisition costs, wasted man hours, and missed opportunities. So project is there. So weekly expectation, you can see everything that you're going to be doing on a weekly basis that cuts across you building ETL pipeline, the tools you're going to be working with. So for this particular for this project, you're going to be working with Python, Apache Airflow, Azure Data Factory, Azure PostgreSQL, Terraform, Microsoft Power BI for dashboarding, and so on and so forth. So you see, you're gaining this experience, and that's exactly how you show experience. So you're going to go for an interview to say that, oh, I am currently working as a data analytics consultant with Amdari. Okay, I am currently working as a data scientist consultant with Amdari. I'm currently working as a data engineering consultant with Amdari. So what I do is I work on projects for different startups or different businesses across the world, in which that's what exactly you do. Okay. So one of my most recent experiences where I worked with NovoPay. So NovoPay is one of the trusted global services providers for money transfers from UK to US and so on and so forth. You can talk about these experiences. And that's exactly what puts you ahead of every other person. So you're not going for an interview and you're using two experience to answer 7 questions. Okay, they ask you the first question. Oh, yes, I remember doing this. The second question. Oh, yes, I remember doing this. They ask you the third question. You're not referring to the first experience. Oh, you remember that first experience where I told you I worked with a difficult boss? In this experience, yes, I worked with it. In that same experience, it was also there was dirty data involved in that project. They ask you the fourth question. You use that same experience, another experience, one of those 2 experiences, it basically shows you don't have experience. So you need to show that experience. And that's exactly what has helped our people get on these, jobs. So you said this is another person, dear men, I hope you're well. The approved name client has approached our agency with a view to find sustainable employment. Please, can you complete the reference form by following the link below? So you see, everything is there, spilling towards getting a job. So this is another person, dear team, I wish to confirm that my candidate has worked with Amdari Limited. This is our address in London. Please, could you provide me with email address of the HR department or someone that can assist with this? To ensure the protection of our candidates' personal data, we are not including candidates' names, so on, so on. Basically, safety to ensure that they are speaking to the right person. These are references of people that have gotten jobs. Last but not the least, you need to be strategic with your job application. And that's exactly where we partner with CV Matching, because it's going to be difficult for us to say that, oh, teach you how to use ChatGPT to apply for jobs. How do we guarantee that you know you're putting the right prompts, you're writing the right things? But if we have one system, if we can partner with a system, with another platform that guarantees success with the level of interviews that you get, that's what you do. So that's why we partner with CV Matchly, okay, and you get access to that also 100%. All right. So this approach has worked. I won't lie to you. I've shared enough testimonials for me to dwell too much on that. Okay. This is Darlington. Darlington got a job, as a senior role for a senior role. You can see here, currently working with St. Helena as a selection and implementation lead, also in the UK. Francis got a job as a project manager, okay, working with Deloitte, okay, working with Deloitte in the UK. So you see, these people are coming, they're not coming from, oh, I need a job. They came here, we worked with them, and they got a job. Okay. Okoyemi also did a master's in data, and I would honestly, if we have enough time towards the end, I'll come back to this place and I'll play this video. There's something I want you to hear from her. All right. She got a job as a senior data analyst also. Okay, and there's some key things that she said I would like you to hear if you wait to the end. All right, so Progress also got a job as a data protection paralegal. You can see the LinkedIn profile, how we transitioned. So this one happened within 8 months. Okay, so she started with us in March 2025 and she got a job just 8 months. 8 months, that's 4 months internship. At the time, I think we did a program when it was for 6 months. So she got a job basically 2 months after the program. Okay, so that's exactly what you get in there. So you see, all these people have gone through the program and they are able to secure a job. Okay, and Jerry is one of them, also got a job as a data scientist in the UK. So the key thing here is, how does Amdari help you? Long story short, I mean, you can get a glimpse of what it is. You're going to learn, we're going to package you, and we're going to help you with your application in order for you to get a job. So we're going to help you learn. In what sense? Looking at the career path that you're looking at, data analytics, data science, or data engineering, you're going to work on very, very exciting projects. So now from these projects, you will gain experience, but you would also learn. So if you've never worked with Power BI or implemented Power BI before, you would learn how to learn how to use Power BI. You will gain experience working with Power BI, and you would also get to know how to leverage those technologies in what situations in the future. Now, the next thing is packaging. Okay, and this is where we rebrand you. Okay, so CV review, links optimization, mentorship session, career coaching session, interview preparation, job reference letter, and on-the-job support. So you see, let me show you so you see that these things are easily accessible to you. It's not just a facade. So once you make your payment, you get access to your dashboard. When you come to roadmap, you would see how you are going to be making your movement through the organization. So you started your experience with a recruiter, okay? You completed your first project, CV review completed, CV review and LinkedIn optimization completed, portfolio setup is there, all right? You can see the way you're moving within the organization. Now, the next thing is reference letter. You can request for a reference letter. You can get booked, you can book an interview preparation session, you can complain or report an issue, okay, and you can speak with any of our employability experts. So you see, here is you can do, not like you will, you literally can do this from the first day you start. All right. So if you're looking for a job, literally that's exactly what we're doing here. It's a job career coaching platform. So also you get access to CV matching. I showed you a demo of CV matching. Everything is done under a minute. So from the analysis to the tailoring your CV to the job board to the job post, everything is done under a minute. And that's exactly what you get. So from learning to packaging to applying for sponsored roles on the NHS website and the civil service job, civil actually works on all the job boards and ensures that you can easily tailor your resume in under a minute. Okay, so we have a course starting on the 11th of April. Okay, it looks far away, but it's not far away. That's just in 2 weeks. Okay, so we are currently running the International Women's Day discount. Okay, it's a discount for all women mostly, and a few men, just a few men. And essentially, one thing I tell most people is 2 months is going to come, 4 months is going to come. Okay, 4 months, 2 months is going to come. So it's either you're in a career that you enjoy, or you're in a career you're still stuck in that place where you are. It's either you're making progress or you're not making progress. So we're making a 40% discount to make you to get you excited, to say that okay, if you're interested, if you're looking to get in a job, this is exactly what you need to get a job. And like Martha said, it always seems impossible until it's done. And see, Martha got a job. She got a job as a senior project manager. Okay. And it's very interesting to listen to her story. Okay. She was looking to get in a job. Okay. So she joined Amdari for the project management experience, came into project management and was able to get it, within the first after okay, yes, CJ. I landed the senior project management role 2 months after I signed up for the work experience program. She was amazed. She was actually amazed. She got the first interview and she was like, "What? Is this possible?" She was scared. We prepped her for the interview, and eventually she was able to land a job. So she said something very interesting. It always seemed impossible until you do it. It will look hard. It would look so difficult. But when you now look back, you'll be like, okay, this is exactly what I needed to do. So you see, long story short, what am I saying? You need a work experience. This is another very interesting profession. And you see a lot of women doing good stuff. Betty is another person. Got a job working as an information technology business project manager with Echoes IT in the UK. So I'll go back to the same statistics I started with. 6 of our interns land a job within 4 months. So that within that 4 months internship, 6 out of our 10 interns will get a job. And the other people, it increases to 9 people. So 9 out of 10 people will get a job within 7 months of going through the program. Okay, or going through Amdari. 85 of our interns get at least 2 interviews within the first 4 weeks. Okay, and we have 100% of the people that have gotten a job from Amdari identify that the work experience internship and the reference letter that we write for them is what ensures they get a job. Okay, so the goal here, honestly, is to help you land a job as quick as possible. So if you're looking to get in a job, either visa sponsored job or not visa sponsored job, you need experience. We provide you with that experience. We provide you with rebranding, CV, LinkedIn, and all that. We will help you with your job application, partnering with CV Matchly, where you can easily tailor your resume, make it perfect fit for the role, ensuring more interviews. We prep you for those interviews, and you get a job. So the goal here is simple: get a job. So if you're looking at getting a job, this is where you need to be. And that 40% discount is only available for the first 15 women and the first 5 male. Okay, so it's not available for everybody. Now, the good thing is the guarantee that we give you. The guarantee that we give you is if you don't get a job in the first 4 months, okay, and that's the lifetime support that you see here. All right, the lifetime support that you see it. If you don't get a job within the first 4 months working with us, what would happen? We will continue to work with you until you get a job at no extra cost. So we're saying that we're going to continue to be a cost of taking care of you until you get a job. Do you understand what I mean? So you're actually not losing. Okay. So somebody's always going to, we're always going to support you until you get a job. So you see, professional work reference also. Once you complete the program, you do all the things, your projects, you submit, your attendance in class is great, everything is good. We'll continue to provide you with work reference also until you get a job. So the life career support, it's not like you're not coming to projects, you're not doing projects, you did not do anything, you didn't apply, you didn't do anything for 4 months, and you expect us to continue to support you after. It's going to be very tricky. I'm not going to lie to you. But if you can put on your head in 3 months or 4 months, sorry, all right, and you can apply. You applied, you didn't get what you're looking for. We'll continue to work with you. But if you're assuming that you just join the program and not do anything, I'll tell you for free that that's not going to work. So as long as you can put in the work, we will continue to support you through our reference letter and our lifetime career support till you get a job. Okay, so that's basically it. Additional perks. So now, if you pay within the next 24 hours, like I said, we want you to be able to get a job as quick and as fast as possible. So we're going to do a CV review for you within the first week of your registration. Okay? Within the first week of your registration, we're going to do a CV review for you. We're going to also do a linked optimization for you within the first week of your registration. Last but not the least, we're going to personalize a job search strategy for you, depending on the job career path you're looking at, the career path you're looking at. So if you're going for data analytics or data science or data engineering, we're going to build a personalized job search strategy document tailored for you to let you know how you can move from point A to get on the job. So we'll personalize it to ensure that it fits you perfectly. So these are the perks that you get. So the discount is £300. Okay, so we're moving from £500 to £300. And if you're looking at getting started today, it's as simple as going to a website and typing in Amdari on the website. So when you go in and search for Amdari, okay, all right, you would get the first link in there. So Amdari internship program, click on it, okay, and you'll see the website. You can browse through it to see what you have there. Internship program, click on internship program, okay, and you'll see all the careers: data analytics, data science, and data cloud engineering. So data and cloud engineering is what we have there. So you can see everything is going for £300 because of the special discount that is going on, the 40% discount. Okay, so what you typically pay £500 for normally, now it's £300. Okay, so now this is the data science internship. Currently, we have 12 slots remaining, 7 registered in the past 1 hour. So you need to be, honestly, you need to be very quick, okay, to secure your spot. And remember, you have that early bird discounts and you're also getting those perks. So if you're looking at applying now, all you need to do today is, just give me a second. What you need to do now is click on apply now. Okay, click on apply now or claim your spot. Any one of them works. Click on apply now. Okay, and all you need to do is scroll down. So you see confirm your enrollment, data science, career experience, internship. We have the 30% discount in there. Okay, 40% discount, sorry. So 40% discount, you have it there. You can start either in the April cohort or in the May cohort. So you just select anyone. So once you click on apply now, it takes you to this page where you can select your preferred cohort to start. So we have the one starting in April and we also have the one starting in May. So you can select any one of them to know which one of them you want to start with. So you can start in April, which is, the next month. What to start the next month. So payment options, we have full payment and we have 3 installments. I'm going to click on 3 installments. So now with 3 installments, all you need to pay is £100 every single day. Every month for the next 3 months. So you're paying £100 every month for the next 3 months to guarantee you a success, a job that will pay you thousands of pounds in income. So you see, that's what you're investing. So we're saying just invest £300 in 3 months, okay, and get a better career, get a better job. So, or you could just do a one-time payment of £280, okay? Pay that and get started, and you're good to go. Okay, so either you do a one-time payment where you get a further discount of £20, okay, or you do a 3 monthly installment where you're just paying about £100. You're paying £100 exactly every month for the next 3 months. So click on proceed to payment, and you'll see you'll be required to log in. Okay, so all you want to do now in this situation is you can't log in because you don't have an account. You've not created any account. So all you need to do is click on create an account. Okay, and then I'll put in my first name. I'll say Ife, and I'll say ePro, and I'll put in my email. I'll say ePro Ifemena. Okay, at gmail.com. Okay, all right, location. I'm going to put in, I'm in Canada at the moment, so I'm just going to look for Canada, and I would select Canada. Okay, so I want to take a few questions before we call it a day. Okay, create a password. Just type in your right password. Okay, and I'll create an account. So once I put in those information in there, okay, once I put in those information, you can see £100 is due today for your first payment. Second payment is due. Well, okay, so you see every month is due every month. So the next payment, you can see it here. Next payment is due on the 25th of April. So you could also change the date to say, okay, do you know what, my next payment I want it to be on the 28th. You can always adjust those payment dates. Okay. Total fee we have, yeah, discounted is £300. So you get a £200 discount. That's the 40% we're talking about. Confirm, and pay now. So all this will take you straight to the payment registration page where you can go ahead to make your payment. Okay, it's as simple as that. So all you're starting with today is £100 to get started. So if you're with me, I'll be happy to take some questions, and I'll be happy to call it a day from there. It's supposed to be an hour, 30 minutes, an hour session, but I've done it in an hour, 32 minutes. So remember, the discount is available for the first 15 women, and the first 15 women and the next 5 women. Okay, so looking forward to having you guys on board. So I'll take a few questions and we'll call it a day. Okay. So remember, get started with £100 a day and get all the perks. So as you're getting started, you get your instant CV review, LinkedIn optimization, job search strategy. Start applying as soon as possible, and you can get a job even within the 4 months duration. All right. So thank you very much. Yes, I'll take a few questions now, and then we can call it a day. Hello, Ifemena, what domain would you advise 100% remote jobs for someone like me in Nigeria, project management or data analytics? 100% remote role. Project management might just be slightly. I might want to do a bit more research into project management for remote opportunities, but data analytics most likely will be better for remote roles. Okay, so that's just from my own experience, anyways. To secure a discount kindly, yes, that's good. No software engineering. No, we don't have any. We don't have any projects. We don't have any internship in software engineering, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Okay. Sorry about that. So let me take Shegun. Shegun, do you want to unmute yourself and ask your question? Unwa Shegun. You can free. I can see you're
Okay,
raising up your hand.
can you hear me?
Exactly, yes, Shegun.
Okay, yeah. Good evening. So I just wanted to ask, this 4 months, are we just going to be given projects to work on, or are we going to be shown how to go about those projects, maybe as a live class, or how does it work? And then are we
Oh,
going to
okay.
do Python as well
Yes.
in a lot of the data roles, even for entry roles these days, have Python as part of their requirements.
So for data analytics, you would have been getting Python, unfortunately, and that's one of the major misconceptions most people have. Okay, so for most data roles, you would just need your Excel, your Power BI, your SQL. Okay, and your Tableau or Looker, any of the visualization tools. Okay, so and that's what has helped our people get jobs, even senior data analyst roles. Okay, so now I think the other question you asked was relating to what exactly? Sorry, give me a second. Um,
The other question was,
so
how will it work? Will we just be given
oh
only
yes,
projects, or are we going to
so
be shown how to, I know someone will talk us through the project, but then are we going to be shown a practical class on how we work and all of that?
yes, 100%. So the internship is staged, is staged in progression. So when you start, we start with self-pay, like something that will get your hands busy. So now looking at the data analytics internship. So it started with, give me a second, it started with utilizing viewers engagement. This is the first project it started with. So I'm going to show this, I'm going to show you this so you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm going to view task. Okay, so you start with the first one. The first project is more or less to welcome you and get you into what a typical life would look like as a data analyst. So if just give me a second, I'm going to present something else. Let me see, come here. Okay, so
Hello, consultant. Welcome to this project. And the people prefer to watch. All right. So by looking at all these, we can rank the genres and tell them the ones they should focus on so that they
you see,
can.
so the projects would be in the first set of projects will be guided in the sense that if you've never done a data analytics project before, the thought process of what you need to do stage by stage. So you see it here, day one, project kickoff on data orientation. Day two, data ingestion and enrichment. Day three, KPI calculation. Day four, engagement metrics and retention analysis. Day five, interpretation and analysis. When you go to week two, you that dashboard layout. We have chart building, we have dashboard building, and so on and so forth. So you see, all these has been structured in a way that even a beginner, okay, that has probably learned Power BI but has never gained experience in using Power BI can start to understand what data analytics looks like for an organization. Okay, so we progress it. So we move from this type of case studies to what we call instructor led. Instructor led in the sense that you have the instructor in class that would hold your hands. So you and the instructor will sort of move together at the same pace. Okay. So we stage it in that progression. So from you working on a project self-paced by yourself alongside the specialist to progressing to a point where it's you and the specialist working live in class to a point where it is you with a little bit of guidance from the specialist till you get to the point where you're handling this project by yourself. Okay, so it's staged in complexity from beginner to intermediate to advanced. So the advanced part is where you get to handle the project by yourself with minimal or no supervision from the specialist. Does that make sense, Oluwasegun? Does it make sense to you? So this is what
Yes,
makes you
yes, it does.
confident. This
But
is
it
this is
does.
what
But when can you hear me?
yes, perfectly.
Okay, sorry. I was going to ask when will the times for meeting be? Just so that one is considering one schedule and all. When will be times
Yes.
for meeting?
All right, so very good question. So there's no fixed time, and the reason why we don't have a fixed time is because we're dealing with working professionals. So usually you have your live sessions Monday to Friday. So a typical session is all sessions are recorded. Okay, every session is recorded. So a typical example is what I'm sure. Oh, I'm not sharing this. Let me just share my entire screen again. Share my entire screen. Okay, so a typical example is what I see here. So once you come to resources, you'll see all the drop-in sessions recorded. These are all recordings from different live sessions. So if I click on the link, it takes me straight to this, and you can see this is a live class where they're handling stuff in. Okay, This is what they're doing live in class at the moment, and they're writing the docs, they're doing the analysis, they're getting real time feedback, and so on and so forth. All right. So now, what time does this happen? Monday to Friday. Okay. So what days of the week would you be working with? Yourself and the team would conclude on the time that works for everybody. Okay, yourself and your team members work. So if you say, okay, we want to meet every Tuesday and every Friday, every Monday and every Wednesday, twice in a week, 2 hours on Monday, 2 hours on Wednesday, Tuesday and Thursday, depending on the time that you've selected, you can now select the time that works for you. In the evening, most likely, because most professionals are probably you're still working full time. Okay, so you just want to take 2 hours, in a week. Okay, either Monday, 2 hours on Monday, and another 2 hours on Friday, depending on what works for you and the team. And that's exactly what. So in that time period where you have no life classes, assignments, projects, milestones still needs to be achieved. Hence the reason why you have daily tracker, what you're doing every single day. There are things that you have to do every single day from day one of the project all the way to the third, depending if it's 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you're going to be doing that every day. You have daily tracker. Okay, so even if you're not having a live class, you would have things that you need to do for the day. So in this kind of situation, day one, which is where they start the drop-in session, project kickoff. The next day, database setup and data importation. The next day, data quality and checks. Okay, they have mentorship session and they have exploratory data analysis. Now, day five, another drop-in session, another live session. So these people have the live sessions Monday and Friday. Okay, and you see, even between that Monday to Friday, they have things that they have to do. Okay, so it's not like you're just chilling and laying fallow. You have things that you'll be working on. You come into the session, you present what you've done, the issues, blockers, and so on and so forth. Now, even if you have blockers during the week and you need to speak to somebody, you can book a consultation with a specialist. All right, so click on book a session. You can easily put in your information and you can go ahead to book a session with your specialist, and somebody is there to hold your hands. Oluwasegun, I don't know, does this make sense to you? Is this what you're looking for?
Yeah, yeah, it does. Yeah.
All right. So looking forward to having you on board, Shego. Okay. Let's work with you. Let's see how we can help you get a job in the. I know you might have a job, but into your desired career path, anyways. Okay. Looking forward to having you on board. All right. Joy Divine. How are you doing today?
Very well. Hi, good evening.
Joy Divine, you said you're in Nigeria at the moment, aren't you?
Yes. So I'm
Okay.
actually targeting remote job, 100% remote job from Nigeria, right? So I have experiences in project management and I've worked with data a lot as well. So my question is, um, which role will be best for me to position, being that I'm looking at 100% remote from
So
Nigeria?
you've done project management and you've done data analytics.
No, not what would I say? I work with data as a project manager, not a data analyst or
So
data
you're a
scientist
project
as a
manager.
role, as a
So you're
title
essentially
rather.
okay. You're essentially a data analyst. Okay.
So because if I go for data analyst, would that downplay my experience? The data analyst roles eh,
So
are
the
they
reason why
mostly not for
project analyst
I don't know mostly not for entry level?
for data analyst,
Mm-hmm.
data analyst entry level, no,
Are they not mostly entry level
not
jobs,
at
most of them?
all. No. Why would you get that? Where would you get that from mindset from? But no, not
Well,
at all.
I'm
Not at all.
asking because
Mm.
uh, my years of experience is quite huge, and I don't know how I'm going to go at that.
So
Although I'm asking this question just to, I don't know if something I can discuss offline because I've already secured my space on Saturday.
okay.
After the Saturday class, I did secure my space on Sunday. So I don't know because I wanted to discuss with someone that in most of your staffs, they
Mm.
seem to like, oh, they probably will refer me to someone to talk to, but I haven't
Mm.
gotten that
So you're
contact.
looking at remote roles, okay?
Mm,
And if you're looking at remote roles from Nigeria, the
mm,
key thing you need to have at the back of your mind is there's only one country that has the highest number of remote opportunities, and that's the US. Okay, the US is your target market. Okay, not even the UK, not even close to the UK. All right, so you're looking for remote opportunities. Okay, that's the number one place. So there are quite a number of platforms. A very good platform I'll talk about will be built. Okay, so built in. So click on built in. So I'm gonna remove Toronto. Okay, and I'll say United States. Okay, United.
Okay, so I don't know if you got my question. I'm not really talking about the platforms. I'm talking about the particular the domain
You
that
need
are
you,
usually
you
remote friendly.
when you go to these platforms, you
Mm-hmm.
get to see which one is more available.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So I can't tell you categorically. From my own experience, because I deal more on data side, I'll tell you data
Mm-hmm.
is more. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just easy for them to outsource data roles, their project management roles. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so that's the reason why I said searching for it will also give you. So we're looking at fully remote. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you'll get a couple of project management roles. Actually, very good number. 13 hours ago, 21 hours ago, posted yesterday. There are quite a number of project manager roles in here. But in the same vein, if you look at data analyst, okay, these are remote roles essentially. So project manager, you see, posted a few days ago, data analyst. Okay, so you see, that's what you get, anyways. United. Okay, so you see, and there are other strategies that you can deploy to get remote opportunities. When you're looking at built-in, you're looking at LinkedIn, you're looking at there are quite a number of strategies that we're going to work with for remote
Okay.
roles.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
okay. Looking forward to having you on board. Enjoy. Okay,
Thank
thank you so
you.
much for the question. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it. All right. Okay, I have Femi Olakunle. Am I correct?
Yeah, you're correct. Very well. I've actually just registered and I am looking at the dashboard now. I registered for
Okay.
data analyst actually. So I'm
Okay.
seeing I have access to 6 free projects, two under data analytics, data science, and then data engineering. So two under each this category. But I'm looking at am I just going to start the project or I'm
Yeah.
going to wait till the internship starts? I don't know.
Okay. So what you're looking at, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So what you're looking at here is this is not the internship. This is just self-paced projects that you can work on. Okay. This is
Okay.
not the internship. So if you come down, you see internship, and that's
Yeah.
exactly where you do the internship. So what you have here on your dashboard is essentially some free projects that you can work on pending the time the internship starts. Okay.
Okay.
So if you go to projects, you come here to projects. Okay.
Mhm.
You will see the list of all projects. You see all projects here. Click on all projects. And these are all self-paced projects that you can work on before the internship starts. Same thing for data scientists, same thing for data engineers. They have like 3 projects that they can work on before the internship starts. So it's also giving you that head starter when you're looking at getting started. Okay, so if you take a look at some of these ones, so let's look at these telecom growth strategies. Okay, so you click on it, you can click on continue or start project. Okay, and then you see that, okay, let's come here to white. Okay, let's look for customer segmentation. So this is an SQL project, if I remember. I think this is an SQL project. So this customer lifetime value segmentation yeah, is an SQL. So you see it is guided. So you have a specialist, okay, a specialist that will literally guide you through how to write the SQL syntax, how to write the SQL syntax, and all the things you need to do in order for you to build a customer lifetime value, analysis using SQL. So you can do all this, you can do this projects pending the time the program starts. Does that make sense? So this is
Yeah.
not the internship. This is just you to keep your hands busy working on the project, gaining experience before the internship starts. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Femi?
Yeah, that makes sense. And
Awesome.
just a quick one. The platform, are we writing the code or doing the projects on the platform, or we are going to take it like an assignment, do it, then submit it
For the internship or for this one?
for the internship and even the self-learning projects?
So for the self-learning projects, you would have to, it's a watch me do it. Okay. So as the video is going on, you are also replicating the same thing. So when you're watching
Okay.
the video, is directed in that same manner. So you see this is the project audition videos. You would have access to the data sets and all the things that is being used in the case study. All right. So it's a case study. So if you come to project overview, for example, and I click on this, all right. This is data engineering. This is a data engineering project. Okay. So it's a case study that talks about this is creating a cloud-based ETL pipeline with talent, exporting data for financial analysis. Okay. So you see that's the case study itself. Okay. So you see from the beginning, you see here, start here, setting up an Azure cloud platform environment. So you see, it's going to walk you through what you need to do every step of the way. Every step of the way. So as you're watching it, you are replicating the same thing, okay? And you're trying to figure it out yourself. Like you're working alongside the video that you have there to create your own solution. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So for the internship, on the other hand, you would have a specialist, you would have somebody that would work with you and hold your hands and guide you through it. Okay?
All
So
right.
that's the key difference. Okay. So if you have any questions, you have any concern, the specialist would have your answers. Would have somebody will be there to hold your hand and guide you through everything. Okay.
Thank you.
Does that make sense? That's good.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. Falila, I was just about to call you. Your name was so unique. I had not seen a name. So I was just about to call your name and your hand came up. So Falila, how are you? Hello, you're muted if you're speaking, Falila. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, so Falila isn't saying anything. I can't hear anything from Falila.
Yeah, good evening. Sorry, I was trying to unmute myself. Good evening.
Okay, good evening.
Yes, so I just wanted to say that the reason why I actually joined was the reviews I've seen online, because I know that I've registered to so many of these classes, and to be honest, I've been disappointed.
Okay.
But I like when you say that you're going to hold our hands, it's very important because it's not like I don't attend to those classes, but I get lost along the way. I do
Mhm.
not have background in business analysis. So I think I registered for project management and cybersecurity, but the cybersecurity I just got bored, So I don't know. The
So what are
classes, is
you
it
doing?
this sorry?
So what you do? What career path are you looking at getting into?
Business analysis. Yeah,
Okay.
business analysis. So with the reviews I've seen online and what you have said so far, I pray that you would hold our hands, like you say, because sometimes you just get lost. There are people that already have experiences, and then you just feel like you're just, oh, are you sure I'm in the right class? So we'll
All right.
start and see. Yeah.
Okay. I get you. I get your frustrations. Okay.
Mm.
You see, one of the major things that we pride ourselves with is the ability to always provide support. Okay. So you see a lot of buttons where you can call, you can seek for help. You have the book a session here. All right. You come here, roadmap. You could also come here to report an issue. So if at any point in time something is happening, you're not getting what you're looking for, you can lodge a complaint immediately. There is also a WhatsApp community. There's a WhatsApp group where you could also lodge a complaint. I mean, I don't think you won't get to that point because, like I said, we are very intentional with what we are doing. So when you say you're coming from business analysis, have you taken any course, any program, anything at all with business analysis, boot camp or anything like that?
Yeah, I started. I think I started for about some months, and then I, didn't get. It was just boring, So I stopped, and then I did cybersecurity as well. So I'm still doing the business analysis, and I'll also join this class and see how it goes.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. That's fine. That's okay. I mean, it's good to have you on board. No doubt about that. Looking forward to having you on board. Okay, but trust me, at the end of at the back of your mind, one thing you should have at the back of your mind is we're going to hold your hand and guide you through it. Okay, but also you also need to be you need to be you promise you won't get bored. Okay, that's something I want you to promise also. But we won't keep you bored. I won't lie to you. You will never. Let me show you some of the projects you've done. So I don't think you. We don't repeat. We don't. We try not to repeat projects. Okay, so we're always sourcing for new projects. Just give me a second. I think I have somebody at the door. I'm not sure who that is. Just 1 second, please. All right, so I have to go. I have to really open the door. I'm coming now. Just give me a second. I have to go get. Just give me about a minute. A minute. A minute. So I want to show you the project in business analysis. So yeah, I mean, everything is encompassing. I'll go to some of the classes so you see exactly what it entails. So this is ology. One of gap analysis. So you see everything there is designed in a way to get you practical. And these are people showing their stuff. Okay. So this class is basically a class where they've worked on a project and they're coming together to sort of show you what they've done. Okay. Or get buying from the presentation from the specialists. So you see, everything is designed to get you the experience that you need. All right. So as long as you're interested, you put in the work, we'll work with you till you get what you're looking for. All right. So Fanila, I'm excited to have you on board. All right. Thank you so much. So let me see how many slots are remaining now. To be sure that okay. So if I go back to so please be part of the first people to make their payment, okay? So is there a situation of if you mean I joined your session 3 weeks ago or 2 days ago? Okay, so we have just 10 more slots to secure the spot extra in the last nine people. So we have 10 slots remaining out of 15. Okay, so thank you so much, everybody. Looking forward to having you guys on board. Like I said at the end of the session, it always seems impossible until somebody else gets it done. Um, the goal is to help you on the job as quick and as fast as possible. And I can keep on showing you people. Toby got a job as a data scientist. His video is there. You can click on this. If I click on this, it's going to open up in a tab and you see the video. the conversation with, Toby Oluwashola. So these are people, real people that are looking at
Hello.
getting a job, and they're able to get a job. Okay. Laju, same thing. Larry, the same thing. And every other person. Vivian got 3 offers. Okay, she eventually went with one of the ones she got. We have different other reference letters that we've gotten from different people. Okay, that were able to get their jobs across cybersecurity, business analysis, data, and so on and so forth. All right. All right.
Hello.
So, hello.
Hello. Good
Hi.
evening.
Good evening.
It's Chinedu.
Hi, Shinedu. How are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. Sorry, I want to ask a question, please.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, please.
Okay, like you rightly said, I was enjoying your analysis, but before now, I have showed interest in BA,
Mhm.
so I have made my initial payment, but just that they said that it will start on the 11th of next month.
Yes.
So right now, I don't know, how do we kind of get engaged with limited people in that group, for example, how can we get to connect with the resource person in charge,
Okay. Yeah, I
like
know. I
onboard.
get. I had a session over the weekend. Somebody, also wanted is also excited, pumped to get started. So what we're doing at the moment is we're trying to see how we can get you guys started on something before the 11th of April. Okay. So hopefully by next week you would receive an email from us. Okay, to start something. Okay, so that's also part of the benefits, of registering early enough, so you can start as early as possible. So those are some of the benefits that we are currently working on. So by next week, you should receive an email from us to see how you can get started. At least start to do some stuff, then we can get started. Does that make sense? Sorry, I can't see your name in full here, so I can only see your last name. Chinedu.
Chinedu. Yeah,
Chinedu.
Chinedu,
Okay. All
yeah.
right. So yeah, so we'll don't worry, receive an email from us next week. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Another thing, can we still have kind of that CV matching stuff? Can we still access it right now?
You would have access from the 11th on dot. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
But
you won't get early access to it, unfortunately. All
okay.
right.
No, I want to get to know that.
It's a system integration. So it starts exactly when you're started. So it
Okay.
doesn't start before. Okay. So
Okay.
it's yeah.
That's no problem. No problem.
All right, Chinedu. Thanks a lot for that. Appreciate it. Thanks for taking our time, to register first off. Really appreciate you for doing that.
That's
So
no problem. No problem. Thank you very
yeah.
much.
All right. So I've seen some people that have registered already. It's good. Okay. So if you're yet to register, please take our time to register. Thank you very much, everyone. I know it's been a long time. I wanted to do this in 1 hour, but now this is 2 hours. But it was a good time. I want to believe you had a wonderful time also. So looking forward to having you all on board our internship. And the goal is very simple. The goal is for you to get a job. It's not even about the work experience. It's not about the CV, LinkedIn. All those are just activities. The key thing here is for you to get a job. And that's exactly what we want to help you do. All right. So thank you very much, guys. Do have a wonderful week ahead. And bye for now. Cheers. Bye, everyone. Take care.